on this episode of Project 380. This isn't meant to be here. Pure disappointment. So today I'm here and I'm meant to be revealing something massive, but instead I'm going to bring you on a journey of what has happened in the past 11 months. So grab a snack and a big drink, it's story time. Throughout this build process, which has taken way longer than I thought it would do, I've dealt with many companies. The likes of Boffy Racing, MX5 Parts, Destroy or Die, Skid Nation, Aurora Wiring, Rival Motorsports, Dave Fab, and a few others, and I have had all exceptional experiences with all of these companies. But there was just a couple of companies letting all of the MX5 community down. So this is my story of how I got £1,400 in the hole and a whole bunch of stress and anxiety. So as you may have remembered, about 11 months ago, I had a bit of hiatus away from YouTube. There was a very big life-changing event that I went through, and I just had to focus on myself for a little while. And then November of 2021 came around. It was Black Friday, me and my family were sitting in the airport. My family were deciding to have a little water fight, but I was sensible and I just sat there playing on my phone. I had a little bit of money left over from this big life-changing event, and it was burning quite a hole in my pocket. So trying not to get involved in a family water fight in the middle of an airport, I decided to start scrolling through my phone and seeing what I could buy for the MX5. And that's when I remembered I could really use a body kit for this car. I think it would really finish it off. And I know you're not all here watching a simple turbo build. You want to see something crazy. And I think a body kit really finishes that off. So I start scrolling through my phone, seeing whether there's any Black Friday deals kicking about. And of course there aren't any for body kits. Now for the MX5 in the UK, there are only a handful of companies that make body kits for the Mark II. And one of these companies in particular, I've been following on social media for a long time. Now I'm not going to mention any company names, I'm sure you can work it all out. But this particular company that I chose to use, I have followed on social media, and I've seen the ups and downs this company has gone through. Now, this company had a few issues in the later half of 2020. Obviously, lockdown didn't help there at all, but they were dealing with a company who made their body kits out of house, and basically this company wasn't producing the body kits. Body kits went missing, molds went missing, and I think there was a lot of miscommunication. On the 21st of August 2021, they put up this post, keeping their customers that have already ordered the body kits in the loop. Now the post showed something promising in the form of them using a different supplier for the body kits. So obviously I saw this post in August and I was filled with a little bit of hope. And then on the 18th of August, they put up this post, which pretty much confirmed they had got a new supplier and all their issues were going to be sorted. And then in the middle of October, they had some issues with a shipping container. I wasn't worried about that, because the body kit was made in the UK, a shipping container shouldn't concern me. And then in the middle of November, there was this post, which filled me with all sorts of hope that yes, the body kits are rolling out. So I have a look at the website and it says due to the huge back order of the body kits and the current manufacturing time, please allow 2 to 3 months for the delivery of the body kit. And by ordering now, you understand that you're at the back of the queue. Well, at the time, 2 to 3 months, for me was absolutely perfect. I'm in the middle of destroying the rear arches, getting rid of all the rust, and my garage is an absolute mess. So I knew I wasn't going to be ready for the body kit for at least 4 months. So back to a water fight on Black Friday in the middle of an airport. Money's burning a hole in my pocket, and I'm buying myself a body kit. So I placed my order and jet myself off into the sunset. I had a good few weeks off in the sun until the spicy cough ruined everything, and I was on my way back home to England. But it's okay, because I had a body kit on order. So the end of January comes round, and I'm getting really excited for a body kit coming my way, and I decided to shoot them this email. Just simply asking for an update. I was hoping for a rough delivery date. A couple of days later, I get a reply with this, saying that I'm 7th in the queue. And this is where the stress and anxiety started. Am I 7th in the queue, 17th or 70th? So straight away I reply, thank you for the update. So the middle of March comes, and by now I'm thinking I should probably have a body kit, and decide to shoot them another email. And this is where the replies completely stopped. It's now coming to the end of April, and I thought, maybe they missed the last email, I'll shoot them another one. And obviously, this one gets missed as well. So I put all this on the back burner, expecting the delivery to be any time now, and I go on my merry way sorting out other bits on the MX5. And then on the 1st of June, me and Rowan are working away on the car. We've finished all the rear arches, and now we want to go put the over fenders on the front arches, along with a couple of other things. Now, these particular things I wanted to put on the front arches have to go at a specific height. Now, you wouldn't think a body kit would interfere with these things we're putting on the front arches, but me and Rowan sat back, discussed a few things. What if we put these too low? Would they interfere with the side skirts on the body kit? Because we don't know how far up those front arches the side skirts are going to come. So we decide to put away the over fenders and leave them for another day. And after a few drinks in the garage, we decide to shoot them this great big email. Now, this is something I didn't want to do, and I'm not really comfortable with doing. But when you've just chucked someone £700, you've got nothing to show for it, you are completely in the dark, the company's not responding to you whatsoever, and it's now going to start holding up the whole build. I tried to keep this email as professional as possible, despite the fact that I'd been drinking with Rowan, and I really don't think I asked for the impossible. Just one simple response would have been nice. And this is where it starts getting really fishy. So that email that I sent was on the 1st of July, and I get an automatic response, which before opening it, filled me with absolute hope. But then it read this. Now, it couldn't have been automated, or else surely the dates would have been right. Or is it just another simple typo, as was the 7th? So realising that I'm probably not going to get a body kit from this company, I decide to search for another company. And this other company was second on the list. But the second company I'll get onto in a minute, as that is a whole different story. So I ordered the body kit the end of November, and that last email was on the 1st of July. Now, in between that, a few things happened. There was, of course, Japfest, where I had a really good look around, and the first MX5 I see has got a Mark II Deuce kit on it. I start wandering around Silverstone, and there are loads of Deuce kits. Not all necessarily from this first company, as there are a few different ones, but as most of you know, there are only 3 people that make that Deuce style kit in the UK. While on Instagram, one of my followers put up this photo, and instantly I had to message him. Yo, where did you get the kit from? And sure enough, it was the same supplier I've had all these issues with. I asked him when he ordered it, and he ordered it about the same time as me. So again, I was really confused. Why has this guy got his body kit before me? I'm not saying because I'm a YouTuber I should have this body kit before him, but because this guy had loads of communication with the company and I had absolutely none, it made me furious. So back to the water fight in the airport. Silly me, minding my own business, ordered the body kit on a debit card. Now, if I had been sensible and thinking straight, I would have ordered this on a credit card, as I'm sure you can agree it's quite a substantial amount. But I wasn't thinking, I was excited to get a body kit and ordered it on my debit card. So back to June, I've given him his 10 working days, and I thought before getting trading standards involved, I'm gonna try my bank. Now that went on for a good few weeks, and because I ordered on a debit card, I had no leg to stand on. With no refund and no body kit in sight, I decide to take further action. And with a little help, I get the financial ombudsman involved. After reviewing my case, he then decided that a county court judgment was the only way. Now, the next step of the process took a little while, but I knew the moment that he got that letter threatening a CCJ through his door. And that was when I got 2 emails back to back from him. Now, he said he refunded me, but couldn't put the rest of the payment in because he didn't have my details. But how did he refund me? And how did he get my payment in the first place? And that was shortly followed by the back-to-back email, which was this, which was complete lies. Surely a container ship is not going to be affecting something that is made in the UK. So absolutely furious, I decide to sit back and not reply straight away before I say something I completely regret. A couple of days later, they go live on Instagram saying they're shutting down their shop, they're going to move it all home. And at the very end of the live stream, they say the body kits are still rolling out, which is very hard to believe. A couple more days go past and I decide to email him again, telling him that I've not had my refund or the money. And he shoots me this email saying that he's moving out of the unit. Well, surely that shouldn't affect you transferring money. At this point, it just seems like another excuse. Now, I know he had until Friday, 5:30 that week to refund me all the money and all the fees. If not, he will get hit with more fees from the county court. And sure enough, 4 o'clock rolled by and all that money was in my account. Now I can hear you shouting at me, Sam, why did you do this all through email? One, if I'd done it through email, there is a paper trace of evidence if it ever did go to court. And 2, the company's got no phone number. And that was completely the end of that company for me. I highly recommend this company if you want to be severely disappointed. So going back to the start of June, I'm threatening the first company with trading standards, and this is where I start getting involved with the second company. And not wanting to get burnt by the same match twice, I shoot them a message on Instagram. 2 to 4 weeks in the UK, I'm gonna order myself a body kit. And this time, I use a credit card just to play it safe. So just over a month goes by, and I'm still without a body kit. But by this point, luckily, I have got my refund from the first one. So now instead of being £1,400 in the hole, I'm only £700 in the hole. So I shoot them a message on Instagram asking for an update. Me being hopeful and thinking this company have got themselves together unlike the first one, I get no reply. So I give it another 2 weeks and message them on Instagram again saying, can you call me please? And obviously they didn't read that either. So I started doing a little bit of digging for myself. Luckily, this company did have a phone number. So just like a crazed ex-girlfriend that wants her favourite scrunchie back, I started calling them like mad. And I was absolutely shocked. The number I called could not be reached. And this is the point where I really started to sink. It seemed like there was absolutely no hope for me to get a body kit whatsoever. And I really didn't want to put this car together without a body kit. For me, it just wouldn't be right. So for the next 2 weeks, I keep emailing them, texting them, Instagram messaging them, and calling that number from every phone I could get my hands on. And then finally, one time, someone picks up. And on the end of the phone was a voice filled with uncertainty and shock. But they convinced me by the end of the day I would have a tracking number with a delivery date, and assured me that my kit was there ready for me. So I hang tight for a couple of days. I put this tracking number into the website and it says this. Now I'm really starting to get mad because it seems like history is starting to repeat itself again. So I start again by sending them text messages, WhatsApp, Instagram messages, emails, and I keep ringing them. Now bearing in mind at this point I am at my wit's end, I start calling them like crazy. Not just once or twice a day, but all day while I'm at work from different phones, just in the hope that someone is going to answer me. It's at this point they made their first mistake with me. I got a phone call off of a completely different number, but this time it was a voice filled with hope. And really and truthfully, I believed the voice on the end of the phone. The mistake was they said this was their personal number. So from now on, I'm dealing with this person because there's no escaping that if this is their personal number. And I'm hounding them and hounding them. I want answers. Where is it? Why doesn't this tracking number work? And in my head, I've just got it that there is no body kit whatsoever. On 4 separate occasions, I asked for pictures of my body kit with my name, my address on it, and a tracking number that worked. But nothing. They would provide me with no evidence that this body kit actually exists. And then finally on WhatsApp, I get a bit of communication back in the form of this, saying they'll find out what's going on when they're at the workshop. So I leave it with them, hang back for a little bit, and then I get an Instagram message from the company saying this, already been sent? Now this really confused me, and I'm pretty sure they thought they were dealing with two different people. But no, I did not have a body kit. At this point, I really didn't know what to say, so I hang on a little bit and then shot this reply back. And that was pretty much the end of the Instagram messages. So back to WhatsApp, and on a phone call, they're saying that they're gonna have to deliver it in person, which yeah, to me, that's fine as long as I get my body kit. And of course, I'm hanging around for the weekend when they say they're gonna deliver it, and nothing. No communication, just me hanging around like a lemon. Then I'll get a bit of back and forth through WhatsApp saying that they're out of the workshop or they're in meetings. There was also some bull about winter catalyst and summer catalyst, which was quite hard to believe. But still, can't get me a picture of my body kit. In my head, I'm thinking, I'm gonna have to claim this back on the credit card, and I'm gonna be completely without a body kit. So I completely give up, sit back and sulk for a week. Having completely given up on all signs of any body kit from any company, I start thinking of what else I could do instead. But all I really needed was a body kit. So a few weeks go by, I'm walking down the road and I get a notification on my phone to say so-and-so has uploaded to Instagram, who hasn't done so in a while. I see who it's talking about, instantly open up Instagram and surprise, surprise, it says the molds are ready and we can start rolling out the kits. So if you remember this email where it said my body kit was ready, was a complete lie. Now, I'm sorry to bring you guys such a doom and gloom video. I really didn't want to have to do this video. But on this channel, I don't want to hide anything from you. I don't want to go fill you guys with hopes and expectations for a body kit or anything else for that matter. I try not to hide anything from you, and I really wanted to tell you this story about all the troubles I've had with this. I've also done this video to explain a few things. You may have noticed that content has slowed down slightly, and believe it or not, it's because I'm waiting on the body kit. You may think a body kit's not going to hold this build up, surely not, but this is why I'm here to explain it. The body kit is holding up quite a few things. I'm making my own exhaust system from scratch, and I really want that exhaust placement to be really exact in the back bumper, but I haven't got a back bumper to make that exhaust yet. The same with the front bumper. Unlike the standard bumper with the single vent hole in the middle, the body kits that I'm looking at have two extra vents at the sides. Now those extra vents, I want to utilize them. I want a nice fat oil cooler in one side and a power steering cooler in the other. Hopefully leading to some sort of brake ducting, but I can't do any of that without the front bumper. And I know I touched on this briefly earlier, but the side skirts are also holding up some of the other bodywork. Like the over fenders, if you remember in the rear over fender video, I actually said I was going to chop the bottom of the over fender off so I could fit the side skirt up nicely. The same with the front over fender. That needs to be chopped, and it's stopping me putting something else on the front over fender. And believe it or not, the body kit is actually holding me up putting all four wheels on, as I'm really concerned about the fitment of the wheels. As of yet, I might actually have to change what wheels I go for on the car. So the exhaust, the power steering cooler, the oil cooler, that is all stopping me getting the engine started, and the body kit is stopping me getting the car down on all four wheels and out of the garage. So obviously throughout this whole video, I've not mentioned any company names. I'm not doing this to name and shame any companies. I'm just here to share my story and my experiences over the last 10-11 months of ordering these body kits and the amount of stress I've gone through. It's also to give these companies the benefit of the doubt, because once these companies have got their heads together and all sorted and all the supply issues sorted, I'm sure these companies can do great things. So please don't comment down below asking where I ordered the body kits from. I'm simply not here to name and shame. So hopefully in the upcoming videos I should have a body kit to unbox, but if you see a lack of content, you know why. Simply, I can't do anything to the car now without that body kit. That's enough doom and gloom for one video. I hope you all understand my story and understand why content was a bit slow for a while. But thank you to everyone that has stuck with me, old or new. I can promise you there is some really exciting content to come. But that's all for now. Like, subscribe, comment and all that jazz, and I'll see you in the next one.